with this one.
I don't sound like
That's
my
right.
city.
I 7-5 with this one.
Not my city.
Doing 7-5 with this one.
Though the two may look alike, they definitely do not sound alike at all. They both have a mind of their own. And today on the XO Effect, we get into the minds of the Fly Mind Poets. I dive into the minds of the two to find out what makes them both unique, what's their take on the current state of hip-hop, and what new projects the two have coming up.
Push me harder toward my limit, taking 10 bands to the distance. Niggas bitches wonder why I be so distant.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the XO Effect. I am here today with a dynamic duo, the poets of the South Side. I forget what else, y'all got so many damn AKAs.
Especially this guy over here.
Right on his Erykah Badu-ish. But welcome, Fly My Poets to the XO Effect.
What the hell's going
What's
on?
going on?
What's up? How you been?
Man, working, bruh. Same old. So we got Franco Shack and Bars Damu.
Yes.
And make up the Fly My Poets. I've interviewed you guys like so many times.
And it's always
It's been at least like 3.
right. And it's
Yeah.
always lit. So
It's always lit. So this is actually chill. It's
Right.
a chill vibe.
Right.
Actually sit down and talk and pass some shit.
Families.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Fam. So I guess I want to go ahead and get into it. You've been on some other shit lately.
I know.
And just been dropping back to back. So you got the Shack Talk, which is the EP.
Yep.
He bought me some copies. Yeah, I guess I just want to go ahead and get into like, is this something you've been waiting to drop? You just had it in the background and you decided to put it out, or you kind of just been progressively?
It was like a spur of the moment because, like, as you know, last year we did like 2 tours, but beginning of the year, let me backtrack. Beginning of the year, Rod wanted us to go on tour with him, so we went on tour with him and all that, and I was just writing a lot.
Okay.
I was going to the studio, come back home, go to the studio, go back on tour, go to the studio. But I was intending to drop leaks, really. I was intending to drop leaks, but it's just like, we've been dropping leaks for the last 4 years, and I was like, man, let me just put something out. It's like all the music I was writing was cohesive. So I was like, let me just go ahead and do an EP. And so, and it's like the story told itself just by me following my heart. So that's how Shack Talk came. I never planned it. You know what I mean? It just came out that way.
I like it a lot. It's a really dope EP. If you haven't checked it out yet, you should definitely go ahead about doing that. Now, you changed your name to Franco Shack.
Yeah.
And I think it's dope. It sounds like an Italian thug.
Yeah. my nephew told me
It
that.
sounds like an Italian thug. What made you change your name?
Basically, I'm just gonna be open about this. My lad, the name before that, corny name, it was Trailblazer Music.
I didn't think it was corny.
I mean, it was long. It was alright. It was long, but it didn't stick. It really didn't stick like his name stuck. Yeah. Like everybody used to see me say Omar and Bars, and I was like, y'all know I got a rap name. They was like, what is your rap name again? I was like, bro, I can't do this.
You know that ain't my name.
And then I saw an interview by J. Cole years ago, and he was like, they was like, remember your last name? He was like, it was, and he was ashamed. He said it was Blazer. I was like, oh shit.
Oh yeah.
I was like, yeah, because that was a sign. I was already thinking of changing it. Then I saw the interview. Then I just decided to make it Franco Shack because my name is Omar, my last name is Franklin, and I just wanted to make a twist on it, spin on it. And then when I presented it to everybody said, oh, I like that, and it stuck. Everybody's calling me Franco now.
Yeah,
so
it definitely sticks.
So.
I like that a lot. It's got a nice little vibe to it, and then when you hear you rap, it's like, oh, I get it. It definitely makes a name for itself.
That's what's up. Appreciate it.
Speaking of which, would you ever change your name? I like your
name. I think
it's sticking. It sticks.
Yeah, because it's the story. It's not really similar. Like I used to be Bars the Mastermind, which is I think is corny than the Mastermind shit.
It's funny how you can go back and look at you like that was corny as fuck.
That's why my AKAs is still the Mastermind because I feel like artistically I'm a mastermind.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But the Damu came from Bars. Damu came from my name too. Like Damu is my middle name. Bars, my name is Jabbar, but I rap. You know what I'm saying? So you know Bars. Basically.
Makes sense. Yeah, I caught your name like the first.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And I don't know, I thought that Damu was like that whole like
Yeah, blood.
Nah, Hotepi.
Yeah.
But like,
Oh, yeah.
but you know what I'm saying? It kind of caught your vibe.
It's why
I try to
you're just
stay away
African too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely caught the Bible bars then. I
Yeah.
that a lot. Yeah, that was dope. Name changing, speaking of which, so before you guys were the Fly Mind Poets, y'all also went by Mom. AKA, what was it, Mind Over Matter?
Mind Over Matter.
Okay, so when did y'all decide to switch that up and do that?
To be honest, I don't remember. It was, I think before.
Oh, go ahead.
And that was before Nation League.
Yeah, because we dropped, we came up with the title. I can't remember how we came up with the title for an EP we dropped in 2014.
Okay.
It was called Fly Minds, the Fly Minds EP.
Okay.
And I guess somewhere in that process, we just thought like, man, we might as well call ourselves the Fly Mind Poets.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we not literally poets. Like, I do poetry on the side.
Right.
Like, you know, rhythm and rap, or rhythm and poetry, that's what rap is. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically rap on rhythm.
Gotcha.
Or poetry on rhythm is what rap is.
Yeah.
It's like my last brand, the last.
Well, now what is the? I haven't been in the studio with you guys yet.
Yeah, that's great.
I don't get those kind of invites.
The only reason is. No, I want to speak on that for real.
I
really want to speak on that for real because a lot of people haven't been in the studio with us yet. But it's like, I'm gonna be honest with myself. I'm not comfortable enough yet because I'm very vulnerable in the studio. I'm real. I'm so focused. I get mean. Like
right.
So it's hard for me, but I'm trying to let my hair down when I'm in the studio.
Gotcha.
So when I'm comfortable with that, I let people.
So what is that like? I know you guys do have like two totally different styles, but they mesh really well together. Yeah. How do you all do that without like clashing or not sounding alike? And how does that work out between you guys?
I think it works, in my opinion. It's only because we know each other so well. So if I hear a song,
obviously.
But it's like we won't get on a song if we won't get on a song if we know it's not going. Like if he hears something from me, and I say, here go a track, bro. Then if he want to get on it, I know it's gonna work because he just knows my style and he knows where I'm working so much, and he knows it can complement it. He can compliment it, and it's the same way with him. But if it's not gonna work, we just don't do it.
Even if one of us say, well, I'm gonna go ahead and fuck with it, and then we feel like it don't mesh, we're like, bro, I can't do it. It's like, all right, bet. And just move on. You know what I'm saying?
It's no like,
it's no riffs.
Bro.
It's no riffs. Because
Gotcha.
I think we the type of artists, the reason why we can take rejection well from other artists is because we understand that everything fits where it needs to fit.
That's true.
So it's like, for me, that's something I struggle with, like, you know, dealing with different artists. It's like, if they ask me to work, because they be asking me to work with them. And, you know, I send a track, they don't never say, hey, that ain't for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? They can't say no. I'm like, bro, I'm not afraid of no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm secure.
Like, I know I'm dope. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need that
validation.
Yeah. You guys are very open to criticism.
Right.
Every after y'all like, yo, how I doing? I'm like, y'all did.
Yeah.
To me, y'all did great. But y'all are really open to that, and that's a really good thing. To just be like continuously, like the fact that y'all are still like, you know, how did I do, or check out this and tell me what you think. Like that feedback is important, and that's really neat that y'all still open to that kind of criticism.
I'm glad you brought it up because that's also how I developed my style.
Yeah, exactly.
I took criticism. It's not like I just took what everybody said. I just took it, thought about it, like that do make sense.
Yeah.
Then, you know, built on it. So that's how I know my supporters are genuine because it's working. So you know.
Or not even that they're not genuine. Like you're also genuinely taking what they're saying. Because some people are like, oh yeah, someone, and then you gotta get with y'all hating. It's like no, nigga, you suck.
Bro, like,
you try.
Right. And that's
Or you can actually be a little bit better at if you did this, that, and the third.
Right.
That's true.
Because that's the other thing about being at these shows. Like I guess it's like us having up north parents, even though we was brought up in the South. It's like that mindset kind of seep into where we at somebody's show or at a showcase and somebody kind of bombs on that shit.
Yeah.
And everybody clapping. I'm like, bro, I'm not clapping, bro. Like, I didn't fuck with it. Yeah. So I'm not going to act like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still going to give my advice, like, bro, you know, I'm going to give what they strengths are. Like, I feel like you got good energy, but you could do this. You need to work on this, and that. Or whatever.
Has there ever been a situation where you said that and somebody was like, nah, fuck out of here. Da, da, da.
I haven't because I kind of try to read the energy when they get off stage.
Yeah, right.
When they on stage. Like I feel like the guy got ego and they feel like they haters in the clouds or the lady or the chick or whatever. I'm not gonna approach it, but if I feel like I sometimes I can hear that in the music. I can kind of tell what type of person they are in the music and how they attack their music. I can tell if they care about the art enough to even take criticism.
Yeah, right.
Or even if they approach me,
Gotcha.
then I would be more likely open.
That's dope.
So
I can dig that. So speaking of, we kind of touched on you guys' styles a little bit, but when we talked about Shack Talk, where the hell you at?
Shit, I've been, I don't think I dropped shit since, what was it? I think last December, 2016. That was that Wish Y'all Well. But ever since then, I kind of stayed back and played the manager role for Shack Talk. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard for me to really create while I'm in manager mode.
Gotcha.
Because for me, it's like, when I get in a creative space, it's all or nothing. Like all the way in or all the way out. So it's like when I'm in manager mode or in business mode, I have a certain schedule that I work with. But when I'm creating, shit go haywire. There's no particular, So it's like now, I mean, I have started working on a project. I'm, working on my solo debut and shit. But I got also other projects as well as like, including one that has to do with the city, but I can't speak too much on that. But and then a project, and a hometown producer that we know. That's gonna be both of us though.
Okay. So that means you guys, your debut solo coming out. And then y'all are gonna have something. Okay, well, I'm looking forward to it. You know, I'm always down for the cause.
And then the other reason too is like, my process with my solo debut is very, like I said, I come from here when I create. So it's like, it's based off of where I am in life, and it's a very therapeutic process. So I have to look into myself a lot. Like I have to go into self-therapy to even create it. So that's why I take time too.
You know, it's a good I guess song from you guys, or visual that I like, that you can really see the way y'all, like y'all different styles and then how you guys kind of come together, was on 75 Trip.
Oh yeah.
I think that was the perfect song. And then even like, I did some research. Even how you guys broke it down, and you were able to tell, about the way how you were able to get that out, and then the way you were able to get it out, and how it meshed perfectly for that one song. It's so dope. I really appreciate it. I enjoyed the visual itself, but I like knowing the ins and outs of everything. And I thought that was really dope, and it really showcased how you guys work together, and then the way you guys rap, even your flows and your styles are different, So I like that. I enjoyed that visual a lot.
Appreciate it, because I aspire to do video director. Video director. So that was my first time co-directing.
That was our first time.
That's the first.
Really?
Both of our first time, but that was my first time writing a treatment too. So if anybody,
you gotta break down.
Treatment is like basically the outline of the video, like what it's
like
gonna
a
be,
script.
or like a script.
It's like a script. I didn't know that. Second term to it. Gotcha. Okay.
So if anybody looking for something, go check out that On 75 Tripping. Give me some more experience. Definitely. If you know what I'm saying. I know, make sure your shit lit as fuck.
Lit as fuck. Heavy on the lit. So being from the south side of the ATL, what about the South influences you guys?
Basically, I want to give a little backstory, because everybody think we're just strictly from Clayton
No,
County.
because I'm gonna say you did mention your parents were from up north, so.
Yeah. Okay.
So, what influenced me about the South is, I feel like I get that the humility from the South. You talk about the South or the map, period.
Well, I mean,
just, you talk about the South side in general.
Just like, how did that influence you, your music, and?
Yeah, it basically influenced my music a lot, because basically that's most of my experience in the music, like the things I was going through then, and the music we listened to in their location, which was mostly Atlanta music. That influenced some of my style. Like I had got a little bit of the Outkast influence, and just the things that I've seen, and the vibe of the side of town influenced me in that way. So that's what gives me the little, because they compares the Outkast as far as vibe. So that's what give me that vibe. I'm guessing. You know what I mean? So yeah, but speaking on the area we mostly grew up in, at the age like 12 to mostly our teenage years. That area in particular, even just on the south side, is unique in itself because it's not. It is the suburbs, but there's different matrices within the area we lived in. So it's like when people hear
Jonesboro,
Riverdale,
Lovejoy,
Gotcha.
So when people listen to our music and it comes off deep, and we talk about dark shit, like dark situations, and people are like, "You ain't from the hood." I'm like, but if you understand the history and what took place around that time, like for instance, when the projects got knocked down in Atlanta and everybody flew south, and then there was a lot of Section 8 housing that looked pretty there. Then you got the mindset going on.
Mentality still there.
But there's a lot of people that didn't witness all that because their matrix, there's a different matrix going on based on what they was focusing on.
Right.
So like, how his solo project is talking about him being an introspective rebel. We were rebels. So we was attracted to who were rebels, which was motherfuckers doing dirt. So that's who we was riding with. You know what I'm saying?
Gave us experience.
Being niggerish.
And I feel like that's another reason why my solo project is gonna take a minute, because there's so many layers to break down about it. You know what I'm saying?
That
So
makes sense.
that's true. That area is very, very fucking unique.
I'm really
bro.
interested to see how this is gonna come out. Like you got me on 10 toes, so it need to be like hot fire, like diamond when it's drop, okay?
It is gonna be
putting a lot of pressure on you right now.
It's cool shit.
But your parents are from up north, so where are they from? And then how? Because my mom is from up north, and then my dad is from New Orleans. My mom's from Rhode Island, so I know that influenced there. So that influenced a lot in my household because I didn't have like a Southern twang, and even though I grew up in Riverdale, it was still like grew up in a house until I had to move, and then I lived in like various apartments. But everything was just a little different for me because of where they were from. So being that your parents are from North too, and where are they from, and how did that influence y'all's household?
Mom's is from she's from Brooklyn, I believe, and then my pops was actually from St. Louis, but he moved to New York when he was 7. So he was Harlem.
Oh, so they're both from
like mostly Harlem, Harlem area, and Manhattan, all that. But we was born in the Bronx, so
interesting.
So we moved where hip hop was born, actually, but and it's like everybody, most of our family's from New York, so it was like when we moved down here, the whole family's followed us down right to Gabi Road.
That's usually how New York does. When one move, everybody else comes. Oh, but y'all stayed on Gabi Road.
Gabi Road at first, and then so that's the reason why the New York thing is so heavy for me. Like, and I'm not even gonna say it's hip hop. New York hip hop is we didn't get to hip hop until later because our parents are older, so they was always on that old school shit. We had to come up on hip hop on our own and play it low because they wouldn't with the cussing and shit. So the hip hop didn't give me that style. It's the feel of it's the New Yorkers vibe in our family. It's that they was outspoken. They didn't care. They said what they thought. You know what I mean? And sometimes I can be arrogant, so that's where it comes from. It's like that's that mixture. They're mixing with my Southern hospitality, humility. So it's like a big.
That's really dope. That's a good dynamic.
It is. So I be defending both sides. Don't talk about New York like that. Don't talk about.
I didn't know that.
Because even when our parents, they still talk shit. They've been down south since 1990. They still talk shit about the South. I'm like, bro, you raised me here, so you know what I'm saying?
How you gonna be back?
Go the fuck back then. Like, damn.
No, I was having this discussion about the snow and shit. And how New Yorkers be like, oh, it's just 2 feet of snow. I'm like, well, you try driving your ass up a hill with 2 feet of snow.
Y'all used to that shit.
And then we have a lot of hills where New York is flat. So there's a difference. Like you see how many accidents happen in 2 feet of snow and all that black ice. Like people in New York. Well, fuck New York.
Right.
This ain't New York.
I was born in New York, but I'm riding for y'all, man. Y'all from the South, goddamn.
He a dirty
and then, we visit a couple times, and that's not a place for me. Like, because, New York move very fast. I move fast, but I still need a calm environment. You know what I'm saying? And I think that moving fast came from New York, too. Like, I need to get up, get shit done, you know what I'm saying, be on the move. But at the end of the day, I still need to relax and not hear no noise outside. Like, but I love y'all, though. Yeah, for real.
There's no shade. Besides the fact that I don't like cold, so.
Oh, that's
I
what I'm
don't
saying. I'm
really
saying.
fuck with it.
Yeah,
I do love New York though. I actually went there
Yeah.
like 2 years ago now, and I absolutely loved it.
Oh, I loved it.
The
I loved
food
the travel.
was on point.
Yeah, I love it for travel.
Yeah,
I
me
love
too.
it.
Me
Just
too.
not-
And fashion and all that. Like if I had when I get my bread up,
Yeah.
yeah.
So y'all toured last year, man. What was that like? What was that tour life like?
Lovely. That's what showed us if we was down for the call, this purpose or not.
Yeah.
Cause there's many nights where you traveling like 6 deep in the van, 6 hours out, then y'all gotta share a hotel room.
Yeah.
5 people to a room, some gotta sleep on the floor, some, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Then you gotta perform, then you gotta wake up 5 hours later and go to the next location.
Yeah.
But I still loved it because it was worth it. Like, it was just dope to see people acclimate to your style from another area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Where
In
did
a
you
southern
guys
region.
tour to?
We
Or
went
where
to,
at, and then who did you tour with?
Okay,
Feel free
yeah.
to say the name of the tour.
We went. We was on the Spectacular Vernacular tour with
Okay.
Rod McCoy,
Mhm.
Jay Coop, Last Name Good, and DJ Fire Me Up.
Yeah, y'all had one here. I think I was at the music room. If I'm not.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
It started it here.
Alright.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was
yeah.
here. So yeah, we was in Atlanta. We went to Pensacola, went to Mobile, went to Macon.
Dang, you remember
I can't remember all of them. Went to
Augusta.
Macon. That's it, Macon.
Oh, you said
Yeah.
Macon. Yeah,
Augusta, Savannah,
Y'all had a couple of spots.
and I can't remember the rest.
Now, was this the first time touring for you guys?
Yep, first time.
So it was. I'm sure that shit was.
Oh, man,
amazing.
Yeah.
You get amazing.
It's a hell of a lot of groupies that don't even know your shit.
Did you feel bad? Did you come back feeling refreshed?
I did. I knew I could make a career out of it because I love to move.
Yeah.
I like traveling like that. So.
You said they got groupies that don't.
Yeah, they don't even know you.
Just-
But I don't know if it's the Atlanta stigma. I don't know
It
if
might
that's what
be
it
that.
is. You know what I'm saying? Because when you travel and you're an artist and you say I'm from Atlanta, it's
That's
just
it.
automatically
Yeah.
like, whoa, you know
And
what
they
I'm
were
saying?
Yeah.
twins too, so it just
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens like
Oh God, I can't wait to do this 5 years from now. This is gonna be a trip.
that. Man,
But that's dope. What was one of your favorite cities you went to?
my favorite city was Macon.
Oh,
Not Pensacola. Pensacola was cool, but Savannah.
yeah, so that's my favorite.
I
That's
think
my
seeing
favorite
you
too.
guys, Good and Coop said the same thing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Savannah was
yeah,
probably
yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
coolest spots, and I watched it on Instagram, and I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, if I could,
Yeah.
I would drive up there.
Yeah,
You know, so it
Savannah
looked pretty
was-
dope.
Yeah,
And
Coop
the
had
crowd
that-
was
Coop had
crowd was
Savannah
moving.
lit, man.
Yeah.
In another place, well, this has never been a tour. We've been here a couple of times in San Antonio. That's my favorite
Really?
spot.
Yeah,
Love
yeah.
San Antonio because they still buying your CDs.
Yeah.
If your song is dope, they cop it. There's no questioning. You don't gotta say I got a CD.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you got a CD, bro?
Yeah.
Because Texas is still the out of the trunk hustle spirit.
Gotcha.
Even if it's the digital era, they still
Like
buy
flash
CDs.
drives.
Yeah, they still bumping. They still bumping like Chevy, old school
Wow,
Chevys and shit.
yeah.
So they gotta have a CD.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Are y'all going to South by Southwest this year?
We
That's
working
the-
on it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the plan.
Good.
That is the plan.
I know it's in. Is it in San
It's-
Antonio?
It's in Austin.
Austin. Okay.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Yeah.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, it's
Crazy.
Yeah, can't wait.
That's gonna be extremely dope. Are you guys gonna tour again this year?
Working toward it. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be up to the label, like Rod and them. But we definitely gonna tour.
Yeah.
Just don't know when,
When.
where, all that.
Yeah, maybe around the fall or something
Yeah.
like that.
Going to different cities, do you think it'll ever or how do you think it will play out in your music?
I think that's actually the best thing
Mm-hmm.
because it's like I think it's like I don't even know how to explain it. I just know it's the best thing. By experience, it's just giving people something new. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it, but I just know it's the best thing.
I know it's
I can.
great for me because I'm an empath, so energies is everything. So it's like I pick up on things that I don't even know I'm picking up on, and it affects my creativity. And every place got its own
that's
signature energy.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna affect it one way or another.
Right.
So I feel like that's why it's important, as far as creating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And we did come home inspired every time.
Yeah,
so,
true.
That's good.
So it's like,
Ready to get back to work.
yeah.
That's dope. I'm sure that's gotta be amazing to go on a whole nother city, whole nother stage, rock out, vibe out, and people really fuck with your music.
Yeah, man.
That says a lot. That says a lot about you too as an artist, being that was your first tour and y'all were able to go to those many different spots and still vibe out and give that same love and that same feedback. Like, that says a lot about you too.
Yeah.
I'm proud of y'all. I'm so proud of y'all. So I did want to get into kind of like the spirit of hip hop. I know y'all kind of briefly mentioned about you growing up, you know, listening to old school. So sneaking listening to hip hop, you know, what is your perspective on hip hop now, being that you all do music now versus just listening to it?
I just think.
Oh, you go ahead, bro.
I think because you know a lot of people in our age group, or mostly older, they have a negative outlook on it. I just think hip hop. I don't want to say it's always this way. It's not the same music, but it's always been this way. It's only this that the internet is open, so you see everything.
Right.
So I don't think hip hop. You know, people say hip hop is dead. This shit ain't dead. It's just certain things are getting magnified. There's no filter at the doorway.
Right.
They're not saying he can get in, he can't get in. It's just everybody's free to do whatever they got to do. I think the negative is it's so much music.
You really
it's hard. Yeah, and then you gotta find what's dope.
Yeah.
That's what I think is negative.
Yeah.
Not that everything is whatever you might think is shitty is not is out there. It's just it's hard to find whatever you might think is dope.
Right.
And so the other thing is, like, you know, that back and forth battle between the old school and new school. I feel like I'm very in the middle with that shit because it's like, to me, the problem ain't the type of music that's out. It's just that there's a certain standard, like as far as corporations, because for me, I feel like there's an agenda, so they want to push a certain consciousness.
Right.
But I still don't feel like that music itself is the problem. I feel like the people that holding up that standard in the industry is. But if it's evened out, it's cool because I feel like, so if there was just conscious rap, it would be boring as fuck because it's like nothing's holistic without a spectrum.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how would you know light if you don't know dark? So how would you know this if you didn't know that? And plus, hip hop is not just about words either. Because if you the old school want to talk about the music coming out now, what the fuck you say about a Bazaar? Or what the fuck you say about ODB?
Yeah.
But y'all praise them though.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of times it's just memories that they caught up in. So it's like people, when I grew up, Luda and them was big.
Yeah.
And now when they look at these, these other artists, they're like, they ain't, you know, they missed out on Luda. But I remember old school folks looking down on Luda like, you talking about pimping, nigga?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like,
then it's like people our age now talking down, but we had the franchise boy, we had Laffy Taffy.
Bro, we had Soulja Boy.
Yeah, so it's like
we had Ying.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, I be caught up in the middle. And
I mean, I feel like you just gotta have a good balance.
Yeah,
exactly. I feel like if you can throw one thing, if you can throw A on and Z on, then you can kind of catch something in between. It may not be meant for you though.
I was riding up here bumping Young Thug and Future Drip on me, then I played Redbone after that.
Yeah. It's a balance. It's a balance. You just ratchet righteousness.
And then I feel like, I just want to say this too, I feel like even within the shit that you don't like, because I remember Killer Mike was saying this in LP, because you know, they hip hop.
Yeah.
But they like, we take a lot of inspiration from the other shit.
Right.
Because they are doing shit that we never done before.
Right.
Like Future is creative as fuck. But if you just looking at mumble rap, I'm like, but you're not looking at how he's matching the melodies with the timing within the production.
Right.
Like Young Thug, he's
like, you know what I'm saying? So
there's a lot to learn from the mumble rap. More than
there's
just
a lot to learn.
Demon Heads mumble rap. I struggle with it a lot. I know it's really bad. Only reason why is because I do like a lot of old school music. I grew up on a lot of old school, so sometimes I feel like I can't listen to.
Now, I ain't gonna lie though, I be going through that too. Yeah. It's not like I don't go through that.
But I do have a moment like I just feel like you just want to listen. Sometimes you just don't want to think about that all the time.
Right, and I feel like this, the reason why I know where you're coming from is, for me, it's hard for me to listen to that shit when everybody else is listening to it and I ain't choose to.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. You just turn up shit right. Yeah. That's what
because I want to hear this all day long.
I can't do it. It's like,
and I
it's
think
not
for
all
me,
day
the
music.
best time is like when I'm in the club.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Like, I dig it all day in the club,
and
but I'm not cleaning my house.
Yeah, and when you
Right
wake up in the
now.
morning,
Yeah, I don't want to hear that right now.
Yeah. That's how me and Franco are different. Cause I feel like we both love hip hop, but he's more of a hip hop. I feel like he pounds it more than me, and I'm more like, you know, sometimes I can't even listen to hip hop a lot. This certain music I don't even listen to a lot at all. Just music in general.
Right.
Like sometimes I have to be just silent, which is probably boring to a lot of motherfuckers, but
No silence is
you know what I'm saying? But
just silence is sometimes.
it's like it's just certain waves, certain waves, and I'm not even big R&B, but just waves. It's like I just gotta listen to R&B.
You'll be more open to more genres.
Yeah, right.
I be bumping all that.
You legit.
He's legit hip, right?
Yeah.
That was just perfect though.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's even a wave where it's just pop for me.
Because it's even when you guys do music, I'm sure there's a real heavy hip hop influence, but then if you can throw like a little pop or whatever, I'm weird. I'll tell y'all when I tell I think I love every music genre except for heavy metal. Heavy metal. But anything else, I'll get down with country, rock, pop, electronica, anything in the sun you can.
And it's like I like them, but I don't bump them. But what made me, this is another thing. The question earlier, how I grew my music, is the influence of him liking other shit. Like he was the first to try out melodies and shit. I was like, man, I ain't doing that. Like I was like Currency. I'm never doing. I'm just rapping. But then, you know, I just started experimenting on it. I was like, man, I don't know. And then Childish Gambino dropped that shit.
Yeah, it takes it to another level. And it makes you very diverse and extremely dynamic.
Yeah, made me open it when I heard Salon shit and Childish Gambino shit. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, Salon shit was
dope.
Yeah. That's neat. So out of the two, who's the more? We already know who's the hip hop enthusiastic. Who's the more aggressive? The more aggressive twin.
It depends. Okay, I'm more aggressive. I don't want to say I'm more in a spontaneous way. I see, like to the point where sometimes it can be reckless. Sometimes, but I'm more aggressive, and sometimes I'm not thinking about it. He's aggressive in a in a way where it's more thought out sometimes. Like in college, I used to always get in trouble. Like I had beef with this 6'8" dude.
What?
I just cause I heard him talking shit about me, and we was partying, bro. I said, bro, we going to his house now. And bro, I was like, bro, you know the thing about this, like,
why?
And then it's like, so I went to the
party,
I pulled up all the way to his house. He wasn't home, so I was kicking the door and everything. Then I come to find out it wasn't even him. So it's over. Sometimes I used to be like over aggressive, and it shows in my music. It was temper, but now
so he has more of the temper.
Yeah, I had the temper.
Okay.
But it's like in this tape, I'm kind of talking about how like transmuted that anger, and you're seeing it coming out as a lot of leaks.
Gotcha.
Instead of like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of me just lashing out. So
so to speak on my aggressiveness is like it's more calculated. Like even when I had a temper, it was like, okay, you doing that, okay. Next time you do that, do this many times, and I'm gonna explode on you. So it's like that's why it filters out.
You just go.
So that's why you see him dropping a lot of legal. With my process with my solo debut is take layers.
Gotcha.
It's the same energy. We're just basically transmuting that energy. And then it's also in other cases too. It's like I feel like with recording, he's more, on it like that. And I record like crazy too, but he's still more just on it. But when it comes to networking, I'm kind of more aggressive.
I was gonna say, who's the more?
He's more aggressive on the business.
Who's the more sociable one? I feel like you guys are more social.
I think in a networking environment, he's way more social than me.
Okay.
Like
you kind of like I'm staring.
He be more, but I think like just in a small talk, like every day-to-day conversation with a stranger, I'm more social than he is.
Yeah.
So
who's the nicest twin? I feel like y'all are equally nice. I don't know. Yeah, just nice to me.
Because he's solid.
It's the energy. Yeah,
he's solid. It's like who's the nicest twin? I think it depends on. I think that's equal, but it depends on the person in the situation too.
Yeah,
because he'll be mean when it counts, and sometimes I'll be mean. Just if the nigga looking at me wrong, I'm like, bro, what the fuck, you know what I mean?
No, I had temper.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
And then I feel like, then I feel like he gives people less chances than I do.
Yeah.
Because once again, it's from a calculated space. Like, if you do that one time and then again, then it's like, but then for him, it's just like, you did that once, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
His temper is not to play with, so it's like.
So sometimes my humanity side is like, you're a human, so okay.
Yeah, I'll give you this chance.
Unless the person is already, I deem the person already solid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's their flaw, whatever.
Yeah.
But if I see
some people just, take that.
Yeah,
it's
like,
like, bro, you really.
Right.
I know how to deal with you from now on.
Exactly.
Who's the better rapper?
Me. No. Depends. But it depends what faction we're talking about.
I was like that. I was wanting to ask that question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be have humility. I'm gonna just. It's certain ways he's mastered in certain ways I've mastered.
Gotcha.
I think he's mastered.
It's a great way to
Yeah,
I
like I think he and he doesn't focus on metaphors and bars and all that, but I feel like his bars and metaphors are really more, what's the word? And technical is not the word. It's like it's a little more crafty because he focuses more on how he delivers it, and he focuses more on how it comes across.
Right.
And sometimes I'm just like, fuck it, it's not like that.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like it's like a Tupac.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm like Tupac.
Yeah.
And I'm more like how Dr. Dre is kind of meticulous with delivery.
Kendrick.
Yeah.
But Kendrick, and he has his specialty is double entendres.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And word play.
Yeah.
Work. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, his wordplay is crazy. It's shit that you don't even catch. That you
gotta
listen
go
to
back
it
and be like,
10
oh,
times. You're like, whoa,
Yeah.
that's what you meant when you. I thought you, and I think that's the specialty. It's like it sounds like he's just talking to you. You know what I'm saying? But then when you listen to the words he chose, like, oh, he put that word there on purpose. But it still sound like a normal conversation.
It might mean three things.
Yeah, right. So
That's dope.
So he got layers when it comes to that too.
He got bars.
Yeah. I mean, he alright, but you know.
Oh, alright.
I'm better. But
Oh, okay.
We ain't trying to fight at the XO effect.
Well, yeah, that's the other funny thing about Tor too.
Yeah,
we were talking shit on stage. Like if he go first, I'm like, appreciate you opening up for me, but now here's the real shit. Alright, we'll do that every. This shit was funny.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that adds to the entertainment aspect too.
Yeah.
That's
even
cool.
though in reality we know who's better, but you know we still have to put it on stage.
You gotta let everybody else.
Yeah.
Get it. I feel you.
You know,
Yeah.
so
better won't be on this bag. But let's. No, I'm fucking with you.
Damn fool.
yeah, he did one.
I did the Trill Effects.
Sunday.
Oh, you did.
Sunday.
You did that. You did
Yeah.
that. You did do that.
Trill Effects, and I performed.
That was no. When was that? Last Sunday?
Yeah, last Sunday. Yeah,
It was last Sunday.
ago.
I don't know why I thought it was on the
And I
21st.
performed the leaks. I was like, damn, I need to keep performing these shits. I ain't gonna lie, after the leaks, after the tape, and I dropped the leaks, I was like, that should have been the tape, bro. Like, it's just like I feel like improved so much. Like,
But you see, now you see the difference though. Like one is added and one is calculated. But that's a perfect balance though, because I feel like he inspired me to just get at it.
Yeah.
Without thinking, but then I inspired him to kind of, you know,
Because if I would have took my time, it would have been. Some of the songs have been on there, but it is what it is.
Sometimes it's good to kind of take your time.
Yeah,
like,
you have to learn that.
I feel you. I get really anxious and I just start saying and doing shit. And I'm like, fuck, I could have waited. Like even when I dropped the promo for this, I was like, I really could have waited until January. Because I didn't think it was going to be a buildup of, you know, 2 months worth, you know. So I'm like, oh, I could have waited. But I was so excited. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to just drop it and call it a day.
But I feel like if you know, sometimes anxiousness and excitement you can get mixed up with, or inspiration. So I feel like if you tried to do the calculated way and it's not resonating, and you still do it like the, you know, the leak way, that's probably just who you. Because I listen to Gary Vaynerchuk a lot, and he talks he talks about self-awareness. So if that's who you are,
right,
and you do like what Franco did, and he's like, well, shit, if I dropped them like that. And I feel like it should be a tape. Why not just drop a compilation of it or some shit?
Right.
If you know if that resonates or some shit.
You still got.
Did I just say that shit on camera, bro?
You did. It's
oh.
okay. It can be edited.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Did you say what on camera?
I just said that the ID on camera.
Oh.
It's okay.
But they didn't heard the songs though. Shit. They might want it in the package.
Right.
We just dropping a little bit, spilling shit. It's cool. Trying to think about what I was going to ask you guys. I feel like I kind of covered.
Yeah,
oh no, I do want to ask you guys. So when did you guys start writing? And was it a discovery together, or was it something that y'all kind of like hear from each other, or was it? Cause y'all are brothers, so things are a little different with boys. So was it just like this?
I love this question.
Hey, I can rap, bro, and y'all kind of came on that journey together. What was that, or how was that?
I'm gonna start at Gobby Road, or not Gobby Road, after Walkmore Road in College Park.
Damn, you say something about everywhere.
It was 2 places in College Park, like
Okay.
1 place in Clayco. So really only 4 places my whole life. But in Walkmore Road, that's when we was playing radio a lot. That's when Ludacris was on the radio. His name was Chris Lover. He was a radio personality.
Yeah, radio personality.
And we used to hear Pastor Troy a lot. We used to hear Master P.
Definitely.
But Bone Thugs is when we got into it. When we used to like the flow, so we used to copy that shit. Like we'll press record and play on the tape deck and just try to rap just like Bone Thugs.
And
So
that was it.
and do or die.
Till you go
And
on.
right. Yeah, exactly. And then so it was a hobby all through high school and college, and we used to talk about what everybody talk about. I got the Glock and all that. But the difference was we used to like to have something to get from the story. Like we grew up with a lot of niggas that lived the lifestyle, but we wanted to give you the negative too.
Right.
So we used to rap about
that's
it
me.
in a way where you can learn something from it. And then we went to college, still continue rapping,
Gotcha.
going through more bullshit. And then that's when my homeboy Sosa, shout out to Sosa, he used to bump Pac a lot and Joe Budden. And I just, because we was going through so much at that time, Pac music hit me in a way where I felt it. And then that's what made me want to be more truthful in rap. So made it a hobby. Then we left college. I got kicked out of college for crazy reasons. And he came home from college. And we was like, what's next, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we wasn't passionate about the college shit, so what's next?
Right.
And this how I know it's meant to happen. We both came up with it at the same time.
Same night, I remember it like
same
yesterday,
night.
bro.
I said, bro, we said we want to rap, bro. Like, cause he was about to tell. I saw it in his eyes. I said, I think I want to rap. He was like, cause
That's
like this shit
The
crazy.
funny thing about it is, like, we was growing up, like, you know, we was just doing it as a hobby and shit. It's like, it was natural. We never thought about it, you know, we just doing that shit.
Yeah.
Then we went to college and we went through the bullshit and, you know, we got into the deep shit like he was talking about, like Pop, Button, for me, Boosie too. Like,
Boosie, yeah.
That's a good one.
And then that's when, at that time, our music started having more feeling, like, you know, dealing with our anger and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then I remember Franco used to, everybody, the whole clique was freestyling, but Franco used to go off, like, and then one night he was like, bro, I think my calling is rapping, bro. I'm like, shut up, bro. Right. You're not even rapping about what we living. What the hell are you talking about, bro? That shit was far from my mind. Right?
He was like, about this life. I'm making my life, whatever I got to do.
I honestly was thinking about like fresh clothes, fucking women, getting money.
He was on some really,
you know what I'm saying? But I was struggling to figure that shit out, like the money route where I'm not enslaved.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, one of them summers I came home and I was like, man, I just feel like making a mixtape, you know, talking about the affairs of the world, and I started putting my melodies in that shit.
Yeah.
But it still wasn't nothing serious.
Yeah.
I just,
you
know what I'm saying? I just wanted to do it. I didn't care about selling it or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Then, like he said, we came home from college and then I started writing because I got deeper into the studies of what the fuck going on with the worlds and the world affairs.
Gotcha.
But then I started understanding the black plight too. So I started writing rap seriously when it came to that, and then the very next night is when we both came to that conclusion.
We was both writing.
Yeah, we was both writing like shit.
Like it's like we ain't got nowhere else to go. We got a gift. We been doing it. Why we?
But now we figure, and I feel like the thing that made it click like that is there was a purpose in life, not just rapping. I'm talking about there was a purpose in life as far as like finding, like balancing out what the fuck is going on. then we matched it up with the crab that was right under our nose. Like, oh shit.
All that time.
Yeah, all that time.
And now you got all these stories.
And that's why,
to tell.
and that's why we was going through the bullshit so we can find the purpose.
Right.
At first, I hated the bullshit.
Yeah.
When you look back,
You know what I'm saying?
a lot of
Like,
sense.
It makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
All those
so-
little pieces. The tiny dots connect together.
Everything happens
That's
for a
dope.
reason.
I'm gonna start
It's
using
great.
that line. Yo, I want to think I want to rap.
And so that's why, honestly, when people around us, it's kind of offensive when they say, "Oh, so you just want to be another one of them rappers?" It's like, no, bro. It's not even. I don't even feel like I am a rapper.
It's crazy how people take
Like,
that
bro.
to offense because it's like there's so many rappers out here, but to me personally, I feel like to really be a good rapper or to stand out, like I said, go on tour.
Yeah.
See what if it's really.
See, you know, I'm not saying, you know, and I don't discredit anybody for doing what they're doing, but once you go on tour and you take yourself out of your town where your regulars pull up, go out of town, and then you'll really see, like, it'll make. I feel like it'll make or break you because I've heard so many stories, and I'm like, you ain't been out of town yet,
Right? Like my nigga, one of my homeboys, he fucked up one night. He said, "I quit, bro." Like, I was like, "Yeah, I know that's not for you. I'm not even saying you're weak. If that's your passion, you're weak, bro. But if if it don't pull you to, you know, really work on that shit, then it ain't
not
for you. That's not your lane.
Yeah, it is. I mean, even just doing this, you be like, it be some
takes so
times you
much.
be like.
Do you know how many times all of us think of quitting? Like,
Or
I mean,
even
I can't speak for you.
starting over, like even starting over, it's like, you know, like just with your name change. That one thing you be like, fuck,
And if
how to do it and how
you think
how
about that whole time you like, damn, this whole time, oh man.
But it's a really good learning experience. I mean, you really literally would not be where you are right now if you did not go through that.
And it teach you how to adapt and how to reinvent yourself because you always got to do it
all the time.
You got all you have to do
I'm a true
it.
testament to reinventing
Right.
yourself.
It's like
First
that's
thing.
why I bumped Nipsey a lot because he inspired me with shit like that. Like make a master plan.
Yeah.
What do you say? Watch it fall in ashes. Build it back. Respect your passion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, you gotta. What did Lita say? Dust yourself off, try again.
yeah.
Yes, that was dope. That was a good story.
I appreciate
That shit was
I
funny,
love
but it was a good story.
telling it.
Because I could just imagine you sitting there like, bruh, they gonna rap.
But that's the basis of our music is transformation, basically.
Yeah.
That's about it.
It's a good thing.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And you could tell that even when you listen to you guys, you can tell it.
Yes.
Y'all got a lot of stories to tell.
I got
Y'all got a lot of stories to tell.
It's some shit I be forgetting about. I'm like, damn, that did happen, bro. Like,
Yeah, I went through that.
yeah. That shit's crazy. It's crazy because I'm not a street nigga, but I can tell a lot of man.
There's some shit that I want to speak on that'll get me killed if I say it
Say
straight
it,
up.
it is true.
Well then don't.
But I still, I'm still gonna touch on it, but I'm not gonna give
Not
it
in a way where,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know that.
Give a POV.
Yeah, upbringing.
A POV visual.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, director.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna edit that out.
No,
keep it.
no. The reason why I said oh shit, because
Oh.
every time we get in an interview and somebody bring the idea about a video, it always came to life. Like on 75 Tripping, we was with Straight Out the Den. I mean, we was with
Oh, I
Hennessy.
watched that one.
Good
Yeah, the
Hennessy,
Hennessy show, yeah.
And he was like, go ahead and do that, bro. I was like, gotta do it.
Yeah.
Do it. So,
Hey, go ahead. Come on, director.
I got
We
you.
need
Because
some
it's like,
extras.
that's
Hit
the other
me up.
thing. Like,
oh yeah, we got you. We
Yeah,
got
hit
you.
me up.
yeah, that's another thing, man. Like with the solo debut, it's like it's so much that I gotta delve into, and it's like it's so much shit I've seen.
Yeah.
Like basically, the basis of it is me witnessing shit like homies we grew up together. Then they start beefing, shooting each other.
Yeah.
And I'm an empath, so it's tough for me. But I gotta act like I'm not bothered.
How do you do
So it's like it's just I don't know.
It's a lot to deal with.
Yeah. So I don't know, bro.
How do you
It's
define the word empath? What does that mean to you?
Empath is you feel shit. You can feel other people's feelings, basically. But you have to learn how to filter it out so you don't get affected by it. And I was affected by it a lot. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what an empath is.
Do you consider yourself an empath, or you just?
I mean, I definitely feel like I wouldn't consider myself an empath, but I do read environments, but it's more so for me seeing things and putting it together. His is more like he feel like, bro, I don't have a bad feeling about this.
Gotcha.
Me, I would read the scene like, bro, why is he doing, or why, like, let's get out of here. I don't fuck with it.
That's
like,
so crazy.
So it's like, it's different ways we're perceptive.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I've mastered the weakness that an empath can go through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure it's draining.
Yeah, it is.
Sure,
It can
be
be.
very draining. I went to have a friend that was an empath, and he would go on these, like, he would literally despair. I'm like,
Yeah, you gotta be introspective. Because that's why I know I'm not an empath, but I am an introvert. So I can relate because I have to. Sometimes I gotta get away from everybody.
I'm just
in
a
charge.
Cancer, and I can relate.
Oh yeah, I already know.
Yeah.
Everybody think I'm an extrovert, but that's because I recharged before I came out.
Yeah,
right,
You see me at an event and I'm just like, bro, I didn't recharge, bro. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
that's a lot of times you see me like that too. I'm just like, bro, I'm not with it, bro. Give me some Hennessy or something.
Yeah, I can be like that a lot of times. It can be very draining.
Yeah,
That's the thing about empath. If you don't know yourself,
it's
You
over.
don't be knowing
it's
what's
over
going
with.
on.
So you become this environment,
Yeah.
like, and so therefore I popped a lot of ecstasy pills because
because you
I had to feel myself that way. You know what I'm saying? But
that is borderline depression. At that
it
point.
is.
Yeah.
It is. But
It came out.
yeah, I talk about a lot of therapeutical shit on my shit. You know?
I'm telling you, give me, and I hate using this word only because I mean it sincerely, but you do not give me Hotepi vibes.
What you mean, hotel?
Like,
oh, you
the
talking about
whole, like,
the false?
yeah, like the queen.
Oh no!
Like,
Yeah,
I
no,
gotta burn sage everywhere. Like, it can be, that can be very overwhelming.
Exactly.
It can be very overwhelming.
There's no diss to my hotel brothers.
No, there's no, and I'm not.
Who's genuine?
Yeah,
Who's genuine?
Yeah.
But the reason why I feel like that's off-putting sometimes because I be feeling like a lot of times when dudes say queen or too much, they really want the cat. They
It's
just
really
want to
demeaning.
come.
At
Yeah.
that point, yeah.
I think they really want some pussy, but they just use it. They
Basically.
They trying to uplift her to the point where she's like, oh.
No, it literally, like,
know
when
what I
I went
mean?
natural, the shit was annoying.
I'm like,
Yeah.
bro,
Because I'm
not
like, and I went natural before the whole, or for me, before the whole conscious thing happened to me.
Yeah,
so I was just natural just because I was like, I like my
Right.
hair like
Yeah,
that. Like,
yeah, right,
I
exactly.
got tired of putting my hair in perm. I
Because-
did not want to wear weave anymore. So I was like, I'm going to just grow it out. And
Yeah.
the response, like, it was so ridiculous. Like, this is when Twitter was, like, popping. This is, like, just when Instagram started getting, like, decent. And, man, I'm talking about the queens and black, beautiful being. I'm like, bruh, like, it's not that I don't think highly of myself, but I'm not used to this queen shit.
right,
like,
right.
can you just say, hey?
Yeah, exactly.
Just
you
be
already
yourself.
but you already had the self-esteem, so it's just like when people try to
Yeah, it's like it's too
do
much.
extra,
It
it's
becomes
just-
too much.
I know I'm a queen. Don't call me like.
I don't need that all the
Yeah.
Because I thought the bottom line was of consciousness is being conscious of who you are, so you could be real.
Right.
Be who you are.
And I
not
hate that
just,
word. I hate
yeah.
that word too.
Real, right?
Everybody.
Yeah, that-
Oh yeah, that
When
works.
everybody was on the
Transparent something.
No, when everyone was on the what series was that? The Hidden Colors. Like when
yeah,
niggas
they
was
got
on that, I was like, I hate the word conscious.
And that's the reason why.
Yeah, that's what I be hating.
And that's
They
the
murdered
reason
it
why
with that.
I feel like it's important for, as a society, the first thing that you should know is who you are. And I ain't talking about just who you are, like looking at Hidden Colors. I mean,
No,
like be
you
in
as a
touch with
person,
yourself.
yeah.
And so then if you watch a Hidden Colors or if you study different
Right.
shit, then it's just something that you use
know, right.
or know that you use rather
Right.
than, you know,
Right.
I don't know.
Don't tell me you've seen Hidden Colors 1, 2, and 3 and like you on something.
Now you
Yeah,
just-
my brother. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like, bro,
with,
come on, bro.
I eat pork and my people
You-
are dying. Like, don't,
Yeah,
don't come
on,
at me.
bro. You can still be the same nigga kicking shit on the
Right.
corner. You just
Yeah.
know more.
Just
Now you know how to move.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
What
But
the
yeah,
fuck?
you don't give me. Now,
Yeah.
back to my original point. You know what I'm saying?
I agree 100%.
You don't give me super Hotepi vibes, and that's for me. It's something I always appreciate, especially when it comes down to conscious music. Just because the bar for, I guess, mainstream conscious music would be like Kendrick,
Mm-hmm.
J. Cole,
yeah.
Jonah Lucas,
Mm-hmm.
Lupe,
Yeah.
B.O.B. Like, you know, you have those, you know, those people that's like tier of mainstream consciousness, and then when you come down to like underground indie, it's like you got to be either dumb hotep-y or like super ratchet. And it's like, you can have like a balance, and like I really appreciate artists that, and I don't mean, you know, conscious like you gotta talk about the world all the time. I mean just if you can just be like yourself, aware of what's going on in the world and with yourself and relate it in your music.
And that's my fault. That was my goal.
No, you good.
2 of my content is like, I want to show you about the world, but I want to show you how I relate to it and like how I relate to it. Not like the government is doing this, and I just want to show you how it affects me, but I don't have to directly say the government. I can just say I went through this and that because this is the situation, and I can tell you my flaws. I'm not holier than thou. That's my thing.
No, I mean that's important. And I know every artist has their own way of doing things, but I think for me, I know I can appreciate it better when I know that's truly how you feel and that's truly
right.
That makes the world a difference.
Yeah, it's true.
So what y'all got coming up for the year? I know we kind of briefly touched on it, but what's new? I guess within the next month. What's popping for March?
The next month, well, I got a show next Saturday, but that's short term. I said the next coming months, like we said, we got that EP coming out. Because I usually don't talk about plans, but I'm just so excited about this fucking. Like, are you cool with that?
Here you go. Here you go.
No, I got an EP with my homeboy we grew up with, and and this is gonna be dope because we never did a project with him, and he grew up with us, so he's seen some of the stuff we seen. So he gonna make beats that fit our style.
Gotcha.
And
he's really grown, so
he's grown a lot.
Who produced the Shack Talk? Because I like the beats on that.
Oh, it's a lot of different people.
Okay,
like there's a lot of people I knew from the internet. It's nobody it's no real deep relationship with each other. But we're just working on the we're gonna develop ideas for the EP the next months. So
that's gonna be dope.
So so I'm working on that with them, and I'm working on my solo shit, which is gonna be. That production process is going to be kind of lengthy, I feel. And then, you know, the project I said with the city.
Right.
Or whatnot. And then, that's basically it right now, but I'm drawing up.
And the visual.
The visual.
The visual.
For the review.
Yeah.
Oh, and then merch. We got ideas with merch too.
I can't share that idea yet. But
well, don't say the idea. We just know that it's coming.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it'll benefit whoever believe in this shit.
Okay.
Right.
As well as us. It's gonna benefit.
It's just that as far as that, we have to find somebody that can develop something as far as like the technology side with the website to make it, you know, run the way we want it. Right. So that's what I'm working on too, is like trying to having meetings, partner with people to make that idea come into reality.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So, because it's community based, and I want it to be able to where everybody can access that and really interact with that community fluidly.
Gotcha.
So, and I'll just put this out there too. This is the last I'm gonna say.
You trash?
Oh.
No, I'm saying.
That's the last.
I'm talking shit.
That comment.
No, cut that out.
No, not like that. That comment shit like that. No, that comment going to but it's where basically where a person that come up with an idea that influence what we got going on, they get equity in it, basically.
That's dope.
So we're trying to make it, you know.
Is this with cash, crypto? How you
that's what we're trying. Yeah.
It's
crypto.
That
yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
So.
You know, we all on that crypto. Right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's even a. I can't even call it a wave.
No, that's the way of life.
Real.
That's the way of life. That's the way of life.
That's a real thing, man.
It's popping.
Can't sleep on that.
Hey man, go do you some Uber and put that money in there.
Right.
That's exactly what I did.
Because Nipsey got some shit. It's a company called Vesto, and it's
did see.
And it's where it's like you can invest in an artist's song. You got equity in an artist's song, so when the value go up, you get paid too.
That's dope.
So that's something I'm working on getting into too.
Yeah.
That shit ain't officially dropped yet,
Gotcha.
but I want to do that with my project on the real. So it's like if you buy, you know, if you put money into that shit, when I go up, you go up too, basically.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Sounds like a damn good plan.
For real.
Alright man, well thanks for tuning into the XO Effect. I'm gonna catch you guys next week. Again, I'm here with the Fly Mind Poets. Thank you guys for coming out. It was been cool, man. It's been
Yeah,
dope.
it's always cool. Always.
Franco, Shaq, and Boss Damu are in the building. Make sure y'all check them out. Y'all can follow them on social media. I don't know who wants to go first.
Oh,
to fight over it.
Social media, Franco_Shaq, FRANKO_SHACK. And Fly My Nation too. That's the brand page. Spelled correctly, Fly My Nation. And Shaq Talk EP page is SHACK .EP.
Then we also got Fly Mind Poets on IG. And then me solo is BARZDAMU, Bars Damu. Also got the website flymynation.com.
IGoHustle.com.
There you go. Thank you for finishing off with us, buds.
It's that twin thing.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Catch me next week. Peace and love. Well, guys, if you tuned in this far, I greatly appreciate it. This is episode 5, and I know I'm a week late, but I'm never content short, and I appreciate you guys for rocking with me and tuning in this far. I've got more dope things on the way. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Share the page, tell your friends, go catch up on past episodes. And again, thank you for rocking with the XO Effect. I appreciate it so much. See you next week.